after 28 minutes we got our spreadsheet, or I would say the data chart. It says traffic from top countries, which I wanted. Be good. Next and now going forward to the Gemini one is also good. And you can the layout here on red light, it just jump. I don't think 4.5 did a great job if you compare to the Gemini and GPT 5.2. OpenAI launched GPT 5.2 model, and basically it's for professional knowledge work. It's state of the art like other models, but here they say it's actually beneficial only for the data sets and the coding use cases. So I'm going to test that out in this video. If you haven't smashed that subscribe button, please do that. It will boost my morale to post more and more videos like this. So first thing is I'm going to feed some data sets to ChatGPT, and then we will create a dynamic spreadsheet with the formula charts and pivot tables. And now before moving on to that, let's talk about the prompting of GPT 5.2. So for the prompting, I've already done the checklist here. You can find that on promptsclub.com. This is a member area. So this is the ChatGPT prompting checklist, which we have covered 18 plus use cases for GPT 5.2. The basic way to prompt 5.2 model is the TCO method. T stands for the task, what you want. C stands for the context, who this is for, details, constraints, pain points, everything in the context. Output, exact format you want from the output. And there's one more thing, is rule. So rule are optional. So rule are basically to give some context for the calculation. Okay, using this formula, I have crafted this particular prompt. I want to create a dynamic spreadsheet model with formulas for my Google Search Console data. So I have downloaded a demo data from one of my test websites. This is last 3 months comparison data with the previous 3 months next steps for the same. You can also do one thing, select the compare option and select any data set from here. I selected the last 3 months with the previous 3 months, and there's export to CSV file. So after that, you will get a bunch of files here like this. You just need to upload that to the ChatGPT. I will include that in the description, or you can go ahead and get that. What I want from it is the output is summary analysis slide, charts and reports, recommendation based on the trends, topical map, each topic that is actually working for me, what is covered and what is missing, pages to optimize. Obviously the pages that are declining right now, we need to optimize that. So next 30 days content calendar. So this is what I want to get from the CSV. And this one thing I added in the rules section is to calculate step for each output before rendering any output, to compare the results from this month to the previous, and then analyze each and every keyword and calculation steps accordingly. So you don't need to provide, if your data is pretty complex, then you need to provide that as in under the rules. So this is the correct way to prompt 5.2. Now I will attach all the files here. These are the files. This is being attached. Let it upload. So press enter. Now we'll take some time here, as we have already selected the thinking model. If you want the best result, always select the thinking model because it performs way better than the other. So 5.2 will be without the thinking, will be for the content creation, but with the thinking it will create code, analyze your data and create a spreadsheets, which it's going to do right now. Anyway, let it complete it. I will show you the number of minutes it actually did the job here, so you can see all the steps. Let me give you an update that it's been around 8 minutes and it's still thinking before providing me any answer. You can read all the thinking step. It's pretty huge. So I'm waiting for the result. If it's actually worth that much thinking or not, we will see that. Okay, so here's the update. It's been 12 minutes. It's trying to render the artifacts, which is for the spreadsheet, but it's keep on giving the error here. As you can see, reevaluating artifact tool, recalculation, and still doing that here. So the problem is we could limit to top 500 queries and then we will do the next. So maybe it's a rate limitation. For now, it's just trying to render the artifact, but it couldn't because our data is huge. Okay, so it's been 21 minutes and you cannot imagine where it's stuck. So let me give you a few interesting pointers. So it actually take the screenshot of the spreadsheet and then it evaluate its result if it's correctly aligned with the data or the calculation. So you can see here fixing, so the data for one URL is showing this much clicks but nil for the rest of the values. So it's taking the picture of our spreadsheet which GPT 5.2 already created and then de-verifying its result before rendering anything to us. So this is around 23 minutes 9 seconds, and still it's investigating artifact tool behavior with the top queries because something is still mismatched. So finally, after 28 minutes, we got our spreadsheet, or I would say the data. It says here's the completed spreadsheet model with formulas, dashboards, reports, topical map, optimization list, and a 30-day calendar. And there is a what's inside. So these are the tabs, these are the trends. So this is the short summary here. Let me just open that. So you can easily download that, or you can preview that. This is the artifact from the 5.2 model. So this is the website name, and this is the sheets that is created under this workbook. So this is the input. The property name is this, target CTR is this, and this is the report. Top queries and the top query losses and different type of reports, and there's the raw pages, and there's the raw countries, and the list of all the raw appearances as well. So this is a calculation overview which shows me the click percentage, impression percentage, top pages to optimize. These are the pages we need to optimize. So this is the topical map we need to cover, the coverage by topic. So this is the dashboard, all the calculation which you can see here, and getting all the information from the previous table. Let's see the formula. Yeah, it's taking from the calc overview sheet. So this is how it actually did, and this is huge spreadsheet. So this is the summary side. So these are the summaries and the charts. Going to the recommendation, these are the recommendation as per the GPT-2, and this is the content calendar for next days. So today is December 12th, and from December 13th, so these are the topic we need to cover, and until 27. Okay, so 14 days, that's enough. So it also provided the primary keyword, secondary keyword, target pages, so existing, new. Anyway, this is not what I expected, but it's far better than that. Now moving forward to the next is, let's transform this to the code. Obviously I'm not going to give a new prompt to new thinking to these data. I just want GPT 5.2 to take these analysis and transform that into the code. For that, I will take a prompt from promptslurp.com. So this is about the Google Search Console report prompt. I just want to transform this report or this data into the dashboard. So here what I'm going to copy this particular prompt and paste that here. So the create a report based on attached console files. So I will just optimize this particular prompt for create a report based on the above search console files. Start with the heading search report, then after you are done generating, create dashboard in HTML, CSS, JS. And for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just trigger the canvas and let it complete that particular report. So I hope it won't think that much by generating this. So here the report has been coded by the GPT 5.2, but the model verifies itself, and then it actually thought about it and fixed that after verifying it. So previously, what GPT models usually do is they render the code, you will see an error while previewing your canvas, and then you just ask for the follow-up, but not here. So here it will re-verify the output data it has created, and then it will start providing the fixes, and after that it keep on asking itself about the errors, so it will start rectifying those and then move forward. So this is the beauty of 5.2 thinking model. And now it says the network connection is lost, attempting to reconnect. Let me just pause and press continue. Okay, so there you go. So about 5 or 6 minutes we have got a report. So there's actually two reports. First is the downloadable HTML search console report. So let's download this, as well as the canvas one. So let me download this. Okay, so it's available. Let me open that as well. So this is what we have downloaded from here, and there is a preview. Let's also check that preview. So it says allow network access. There you go. So allow selected. Okay, so after that, I don't think it's working right now. There may be some dependency is not configured. Anyway, so this is what the report is with the HTML5. So let's watch this. So total clicks. Okay, so it's overview. So what numbers are saying? So clicks are this. So this is a summary. This is a dashboard with the chart, traffic from top countries which I wanted. Next is the top devices. So these are the top traffic keywords, top 15, search appearance, and there's a traffic change. So it's actually not what we wanted. Your export doesn't include the data breakdown, performance data. These are the top ranking keywords. This is a list of keywords, and that's it. I think this spreadsheet one is better than the code, but it's my own personal review. I don't think it's what I wanted from this particular code anyway. So you can build such data, but the Claude did way better. Opus 4.5, which I use daily to create reports for our clients. You can get all the technical prompts from the promptsclub.com. Go ahead and check that out from here. You can get all the 20,000 plus prompts. Anyway, so last but not least, on page they have created an insane simulation of ocean wave simulation. There's a holiday card builder. You can simply go on this, which I will put the link in the description box. You can check that out. I'm going to create my own, which I've shortlisted. Create a single page app in a single HTML file with the following requirements. So it's about this smart traffic controller which simulate a busy four-way intersection to test traffic flow efficiency using agent based logic. So this is the features, traffic logic and control, which I want is light mode, and which has a toggle button between the automatic for the system. So spawn rates, road rage, a slider that increases the car speed and decreases the braking resistance, visuals, UI styles. So this is what I'm going to create. And also this, let's compare that with the help of the top models of Opus 4 and Gemini as well. So I'm going to here Gemini, and let's create the canvas tool here. Thinking mode is enabled for the pro, for the pro. And let's get this. The Claude one is rate limited, so I'm not going to use this. Instead I'm using the Opus 4.5 model, the thinking one, and it started coding it. And now let's test the GPT 5.2. Click on preview, and Gemini was actually very fast, so it's already done way before. It's actually very detailed, as you can see. This looks great. So we have a controller here. This is the auto mode selected. This is the mode obviously, and this is the green length per axis, so you can simply change that. And this is north south road rage. Let's increase the speed and reduce braking distance. So now as you can see, the car is running really fast. So these are live stats on the left here. 8 car actives, 14 throughout, and wait is around 30 seconds near miss. So this is actually good. And now going forward to the Gemini one is also good, and the layout is better than the GPT one for me. And also the layout of these lights, these are for them and these are for them, and for them are these. So now both are green light here. So let's increase the speed. There you go, the speed has been increased. Let's see if some road rage happen. So cars are piling up on here. Wow. So currently I'm liking the Gemini 1 better than the GPT 5.2. Now moving forward to the Opus. So Opus also run. There you go. This is also good, but yeah, this is actually very similar to the GPT 5.2. The layout is very similar. It's on automatic, and if we add the aggression level to 100, it will increase the speed. It's not even stopping on the red light, as you can see here. On red light it just jump. I don't think 4.5 did a great job if we compare to the Gemini and GPT 5.2. So first is Gemini 3 Pro, then GPT 5.2, and then Opus 4.5 thinking. This is my personal benchmark. So this is about the GPT 5.2. I hope you like this video. And not only this, I'm going to create a full project using GPT 5.2. For that, you can follow me on promptsclub.com. I've already done the 2 projects with a SaaS app, and also created Chrome extension as using AI. Not only created, I've also integrated payment system and published that to the web as well. So now I'm going to create a new project using GPT 5.2 model, and let's see how it's going to work out. I will post the follow-up updates on this channel. So do subscribe to the channel. So see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.